So, next thing that I need... Okay, well, I'm going to need the cooling things first, and that requires a blender. We're also going to need radio control units. So maybe we get started on those. So if we double it, then we would need... So it's 2 to 1, but if we think 2 to 2... then it'll be 50, so we need 50 radio control units. But we're doubling these as well, so we only need the materials for 50 of them. And it's 1 to 4? So that's weird. We also have 37 already, so that's also nice. Huh. Okay. I think we've got some spare casings somewhere in a container as well, so we can just get these started. We don't actually need all that many. And yeah, it's like 4 being produced. So 10 is 40. 6 is 24. Which is, well, I need more than 12. We can have leftovers, that's fine. Okay, well, let's just do that then. Those 3 that we put in here, we didn't have to bother about. Let's just drop all of those in there, to be honest. Because that was just to keep that clear. Right. Computers can go back in there. We're not going to use all of you, but... Aluminium casing, I think I might have in... here. Nope. Sheets. Casing. So I'm running out, but I do have some. So let's feed in 200 of those. Uses 32. We're not going to supercharge him, because that just becomes far too much. Actually, you know what? Why not? Because I want to just finish off some of this. If I can get some things clear, then that'll be good. Not that I'm actually going to be able to do anything yet, because I need the 200 whatchamacallits, cooling units. So how are you going? You are beavering away. You are doing just fine. 6 per minute. We're only using 5. Excellent. You have stopped again because you need more modular frames. I happen to have some because I made something and then deconstructed it, so have fun. And I will fetch you some more. We have plenty of these, but I keep needing them, so... Have you finished hard drive investigations again? Yes. Must be getting close, right? Done. Good. What do you got? Oh, hello, heat... Here we go. Oh, no, heat exchange. That's for the heat sink. Ah, that's not what I want. I don't care about that, because the use of copper is actually perfect. So I don't care about that. I also don't care about these. Never mind. Interesting. Diluted fuel. So it's a... You can get rid of heavy oil residue and turn it into fuel in the blender. Huh. Alright. That's probably a more efficient use of it than petroleum coke. And then we can chuck that into a fuel power station instead of coal over at the oil area. Interesting. Alright. I think it is a better one than the alternative, so... Good. So do I have enough stuff to make a blender now? I do. Yes. It's all from storage, but that's fine. We're just setting up a lot of production facilities at the moment. We might not be able to make everything straight away, but we're getting things set up. And I think we've got a pretty good cadence at the moment. We wasted a lot of time last episode with, like, all of the uranium stuff that so far I haven't needed, because I already set up a ton of extra power with geothermal. But, you know, at least it's there, so we can start to use it if we find that we need it. I mean, there is nuclear pasta. I'm assuming that's going to need something nuclear related. I might be wrong. But if it does, at least we've harnessed it. We've got it coming out of the cave. So it's a start. But yeah, we got sidetracked with that. Otherwise, this time around, we've got a good cadence of setting up the next thing while waiting for the current thing to finish, which I think is nice. So we need another blender. which it needs, it's going to need nitrogen, it's going to need water, it's going to need heat sinks, and something else. Rubber, I think? Okay, well, if we just plonk it down around here, we can have a pipeline splitter on that, because this is only using 25 and this is producing 120, right? Yeah. Then water needs to come down from over there. It'll just come through the hill. So we kind of want to put it down facing this way, maybe? Can I just pick you up as wood? No, I'll probably have to saw you off. Alright, well, let's just chuck in another blender here anyway. Well, if we just do it like that, maybe. Doesn't matter about the hypertube clipping a little bit because it slopes off the end. So that's actually fine. We do it something like that. If we left enough clearance here, maybe. Because we're going to have nitrogen coming in this way. Kind of would prefer it if it had like a straight version that would put in angles, but that's actually fine. We're not going to use that input because that's only ever going to be used for what it currently is. So that has that. Water is going to be coming in here. We can do this, to be fair. So if we do it like that, because we're going to want to get... We can even have it going up a little bit there, but then coming underneath here. Because, yeah, you're going to be coming down there, or through the hill there. But I guess we could do, like... this. 2 now. Go over the top of the conveyor belt here. That. And then you can only go that far, okay. Well, if we have you coming up to about here, and then going through the hill, hopefully. Yes, perfect. Okay. Going through here. That's funny. I like that. Alright, and then we need some power coming over here. Where's the other power lines? Over there. Okay, you come across here, thank you. And then loop up, just so I can see where I'm going. There you go, through the creature. Zap. Because now we're going to have a water extractor here. Which we're only using for one thing. We're not going to need much of it, I don't think. We may as well put in a... Is it organization? We'll put in a fluid buffer, why not? For old time's sake. We often don't bother these days, but let's just do that. Best practice and all that. Hook you up, so you've just got water flowing all the way down. But I doubt I'm using much of you. But we can split you off if need be. So you, let's choose cooling system. What do we use? 30? We use 150 per minute nitrogen gas. Okay. I thought that I was... Oh, mind you, I'm not going to use 12 per minute of those. I'm only making 4, I think. We make that 2. Yeah, see, that's a bit different, isn't it? Well, let's go 3. Let's halve it. That's fine. So 6, 6, 15, and 75. Heat sinks, I don't think we can keep up with that. We'd have to, like, throttle them or something. We can always split off things before they come in. But if that's 75 per minute, that's 25. So it's only 100 out of the 120 we're extracting. So that's fine. And then, yeah, rubber and heat sinks. So heat sinks we will bring in from over there. So let's just do like this. And then rubber will just come in from a container, which will just be over here. The power line will basically go over the top or into it or something, and it doesn't really matter. Because if we do that, like so, slightly too high, but that actually looks kind of useful because it's going over the power line. There you go, lovely. And we can put rubber in here. I don't think I have any on me, no. And then we can put heat sinks in here directly at the moment. So 100 makes 50. So we can do that. And it's the same for rubber. So 100 rubber makes 50. So we're going to need 400 rubber. Well, let's just hook you up for now. And at least get you started. And we're going to do this over to here. And then hook you up there. And then we need another container. We could actually do this. I think that's kind of funny. Doing that. So this I can just do that, right? That's kind of funny. Because I don't think I'm ever going to want to have that coming out anywhere else. So I think that's good. So it's just a circle. And then I just collect the cooling systems from there. You're idle because you need rubber. So I need 400 rubber and 300 heat sinks. Alright, well heat sinks I can get straight away. Rubber I will have to go there and back to base again. Is there anything else I need to pick up while I'm here? Maybe some more aluminium casings actually, because I'm running out of them back in my container and base. So I'll grab another few stacks of those. I probably don't even have 300 heat sinks, right? Surely. I think it highly unlikely because I only make 3 per minute. Yeah, I don't even have another... Okay, I've got 100. I don't even have 200 yet. So I'm only getting half of what I need for now. That's fine. So I don't need that much rubber, but I will just fill up on rubber, because why not? I'll take some of these back to base as well, because you never know when I might need them. And then... Oh, yeah, that's right. You are running out now. Ah, see, I want to stop this for now. That's the thing, is it's hard to regulate things so that it only goes this way when it backs up. I think they're adding something for that. And we'll grab a stack of rubber, pretty much, like a container's worth from base, and bring it back here as well, because we want to get those cooling systems started as soon as possible. Into a container. Nice. What I'm actually going to do here, I had the thought, is I want to deconstruct this simply because I want this coming over here, and I want to put this down like that. I can't angle it like that. Invalid pipe shape. Really? It doesn't want to do one, but it'll let me do two. Interesting. Maybe I can go up even higher as well. Wait, I can probably go onto this container, right? Yeah, I can actually go onto this container. And then we go up as high as we can. Oh, no, this is where I wanted to tilt it as well. Because I want it firing me up into the air, because I expect to then be hovering. Okay, we'll just do one. And then we've got the entrance on there. Okay. And then this... Where was this powered anyway? Where was the power line coming from? Was it all the way from over there? Surely not. Maybe it was. Oh, let me here now. Alright, you've run out of everything now, it seems. Okay, well, let's get some rubber. First things first. You are now finished. And hooray. First component done. Love it. Next thing. Rubber. We have lots of rubber. Are we backing up? Oh, it's getting close. So let's just take a bunch like that. And what's the next thing that I'm considering? So where should I put the production for the turbo motors anyway? And yeah, these are used in the thermal propulsion rockets too, which I need 250 of. So these are made in a manufacturer. We've got the motors down there. Everything else, we're pretty much just going to be feeding in manually. More rubber though, which is handy. Okay. So another use for rubber that can be split off potentially earlier as well. We could actually use the bottom layer for that. It might be time to put another foundation area over here, because a manufacturer will not fit down here, but it will fit on a platform. So maybe we extend the drone platform out. I don't like that it's on that angle, though, so maybe we make another platform that's not on that angle. Redo a platform that lines up separately. Do that, perhaps. How far up do we need to do to go over the top of that? Not very, to be honest. That's fine. And then we go platform 1 meter. Maybe 2. 1's fine. It's not like it matters. Do that. Clipping a little bit, but it doesn't matter. Manufacturing probably needs more though, doesn't it? Approaching other clearance. Yeah, we're going to need to make that bigger. Especially since we're going to need to put containers behind it as well. So we've got belt from that, but then we're going to need 3 containers. Which might just fit on this. Okay, so container, container, container. And then lifter from here going this way to come over. No, not into the container. No, I want to go on top. It's not going to want to let me. Oh, it just wants to snap onto the container. No, that's wrong. I want you to go on top instead. Okay, well let's just do this just to hijack that. Ah, there we go. Fooled it. So then we can just go up to... We just need to get it on top, that's all. And then we can just do that. There we go. Alright, and now we need this to extend out here. We might even need it 4 wide. Do that for now. Manufacturer. Surface is too uneven. Okay, it's happy there. Interesting. Now, are these going to connect? I'm not sure they will. It's that third one doesn't connect properly. That's so annoying. Ah, it's so irritating that it does that. God damn it. Yeah, it's just in between. Well, I can now deconstruct this and it doesn't matter for the other one. And we can just put it like that. We have a little walkway. And it looks like this one is just set up on that side. We could actually run it... Well, we can't quite run it through underneath. We don't have to, because the idea with this is that this goes that way. And goes... In fact, we don't even need this anymore now, I don't think. I think we can just connect this up directly. Yep. Nice. Oh, this is the wrong way around, because of course it is. Because it's me, and I always do that. There we go. So that's everything that that needs. So this will not be for that yet. This will just be for turbo motors. Okay. Because you need rubber, motors, so we can now try and figure out how we get motors into the back of one of these containers, perhaps. They are made over here. In fact, in this container here. So they need to then come out and somehow get around. But I don't think it matters. I think turbo motors, I'm always manually feeding everything but rubber. Fairly sure. Just 45 per minute. What if we do 1.5? Those numbers are so much nicer. Let's just feed in that. Okay. So that's a start. And then radio control units, we have some on us already, but those are our real determining factor. Everything else we can just slam in whatever. The control units are what determines how many things we actually make. That and the cooling systems, probably. Yeah, which are double dipping. So cooling systems I'm going to need for this, but also that. Well, I need 50 to start with. I could also Soma Sloop this if I can find... Where have I put another 2 Soma Sloops? This is now finished, so I can actually yank these for now, so long as I don't make anything else with this yet. But I'm not going to be yet. I will need to make more smart plating. But I don't care about doubling smart plating is the other thing. So I can actually pull those out. I need to do more scouting for more for more Soma Sloops at some point. So motors, so we need... So it's 4 to 1 and we need 50, so we need 200 motors. Don't know what you're from. That's... What are you from? Oh, you're the pass-through for AI limiters, that's right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 200 motors. You can just go into this one. And then we'll need the radio control units and the cooling systems. So it's 2 to 1 for radio control units. Oh, I want to double. Once again, I'm going to end up with a 1 hangover, which is annoying because of how it works. It's annoying that it doesn't take place immediately. Maybe you have to put that in straight away. I don't know. Okay, we'll worry about the others later because I don't have enough of them anyway. Okay, let's put our aluminium bits away as well while I think of it, because I just brought them over here. So casings go in there, and sheets go in there, and I actually have too many of those. Oops. Okay, thought I needed more. Can I put some away? Not enough. Only about that many. Alright, well. Oh, we also have some silica for some reason. Oh, and we have 8 turbo motors currently. I thought I had some from a previous, like from a wreck or something. Okay, ma'am, are you finished again? You are. OC supercomputer. Alright, overclocked supercomputer. So currently supercomputer uses those basic materials. Why would I want to use more advanced materials to make them? No, that makes no sense. Rescan. And once again it's worse. Never mind. Whatever. Another use for rubber? That could be handy actually. The fact it's another use for rubber instead of wire? I don't know. Sure, doesn't really matter. That will do. We have another hard drive that we can research. Last one for now. Cool. Rubber. Into our blender, so let's get that started. So rubber goes into the bottom one, and cooling systems will come out into the top one eventually. Cool. 15 per minute on water, and we are extracting 120. Let's just underclock this a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's go 20. There you go. Actually, you know what? Let's go 18 even. Still more than it needs. That's fine. Good. So that will see us enough to make 100 cooling systems, which is a good start. And then we're working on part 2 of phase 4. And we're working on turbo motors, which we need for particle enrichment to unlock part 4 and also to make part 3. So, yeah. we're making some steady progress. So it's all about just iterating through, making sure that we're working on the next thing while we're waiting for the current thing to finish. And I think we've been doing better at that this time. I mean, we can actually get started on some things because we have some of this and some of these. Well, we can put in all of the cooling systems that we have, and then radio control units. So I wanted that to be my determining factor, but I've actually put in exactly the amount of motors I need. So let's just chuck in all of those. And I've got 8 anyway, so that actually messes with my maths, but I'm also going to just keep needing more, so it really doesn't matter. Right, well that's you underway. Certainly not enough for my 50, but enough to get started. And then over here we have how many of these currently? Over 100. So we're making a solid start. I honestly think this is actually a good place to finish. I keep forgetting to hook up the power that is up there somehow. It doesn't matter too much, but it would be kind of nice. So you know what? You're connecting 2 ways off that way, but if we just do like this and then this, just for old time's sake, and then do... Oh, you're full? Let's put in you there, and then you there. Basically, so that way the power lines going up here are now powered, so I can hover up instead of ziplining, and I don't fall to my demise. And we can just sit on top of our lookout tower. Lovely. So we've managed to expand our spaghetti, that's for damn sure. We've got so much more crisscrosses of things over here to make our control rods, to make our turbo motors. We've got more things over here to make versatile framework again, and to make our whatever that part 2 is of phase 4. We've finished part 1 of phase 4, which is nice. Watches, we probably need to make more of that again in future, but that's fine. It was at least a fairly easy part to make. And then if we take a look at the map, we can see that we've now tapped into the nitrogen. Here, we've got 2 blenders. And yeah, we're doing pretty well for ourselves now, I think. And in fact, I'm going to just check our power. This is much more steady. So our maximum consumption is now edging closer to our production again. But our real consumption is so much less than that. Because we're underclocking some things, and we are... because I think that factors into it. We're underclocking some things, and there's a lot of things just lying inert, which is just left over. We could completely untangle our copper stuff if we wanted to, because we've got things like double overclocked over there. We could split that out a lot more if we really cared to, but there's so many things that it just doesn't matter anymore. We've moved on, essentially. But all in all, pretty productive, and we're ready to tackle the next step. A lot of it's just going to be waiting though now, because there's a few things that just require a lot of time to make. Getting 50 turbo motors is going to take a while because we need the cooling systems for that, and then we need the cooling systems for the particle enrichment step, and for that we need heat sinks, which only make 3 per minute, I think it was. That honestly might be something we even want to Soma sloop. Just to double up the production of the bits that lead to the point of the turbo motors. Once we run out of things in the turbo motor thing, yank that and move it over to the blender, double everything there for the cooling system. Honestly, that's as I say it now, that's exactly what I should have done before. We'll see if I remember next time. For now, I think we will let the sun set on a very successful stream. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.